starting to feel back at home since I've moved back to Los Angeles after living in the Dominican Republic for the past 2 years. So today I would like to read a few poems from a couple of manuscripts that I'm working on. One called The Distance and the other one is called Recuerdo, which is some poems I'm writing about Cuba and about the land itself. But before I do that, I have to read a couple of other poems. The first one is about my son. My son Noah, my youngest son, and I wrote this for him when we were traveling through Europe, and he was pissing me off. What I smelled on you last night. It must have been the same perfume. Mary Magdalene waterfall on Messiah's head. Before his betrayal by Judas, a fragrant so pregnant with melody that it permeated that room with envy, adoration simultaneously. I smelled it on you, my son, as I lay behind you on that yawning sofa, with every window open in that cozy Vienna apartment, 2-person European cars shimmy by like lawnmowers, cafes lark late with conversations I can't comprehend, as though these ancient architecture with ghosts straddling their ornate balconies were writing operas about you visiting her, pulling me in tow. They must be inhaling you too. The aroma on your skin, stalking street corners and pedestrian riverbeds. This apartment can't contain it. No more than that room where Christ reclined and that former whore found redemption that night in her extravagant offering. How she must have earned the money to buy such confection and grace. So much delicateness poured out as though there was no need for tomorrow. I feel like that tonight. Your adolescent musk preparing me for the day. Tomorrow will no longer be necessary. Thank you. This is a poem I wrote while in the Dominican Republic, and I don't know how many of you have ever visited there, but there's a lot that goes on there. So, and this poem is called The Exchange. What's the difference? And they are more infallible than the Pope, in whom they pray for absolution. These premature voyeurs, monastic in their rituals, look at themselves like last year's crop or the latest smartphone that they can't afford. They parade like peacocks on humid boulevards and high-tempo clubs. They pulsate a temperature above sweltering. They are disposable at 30. There is little regular, respectable work for off-guard women who smell like baby powder. Scant hope for women who share sleeping areas with their 2 to 3 children. Even their language is discarded. Mino puta is all that they want to believe as they Saturday night themselves for their most recent frog prince possibility, who might have packed a U.S. visa or residency along with condoms and strawberry lubricant for his visit. Someone asks, what is the difference? If you ask for help in pesos before taking off your clothes or while retrieving them from the floor, whether you call the taxi or you climb on a motor concho, around midnight after dinner foreplay, isn't there dignity in both? One having chosen to no longer hide behind cultural habit or self-deceit, as though a woman has no real needs except to please those of us men who have no real intention and smell like the unrequited lust of her country's conquerors. Transient beauty steals her days like a wretched thief in daylight, who exploits what was once their future. then reminds him that this was their only value. Legs agape like a Caribbean beach, a new world for every Columbus. Thank you. And this next poem is from The Distance. Thoughts on the Sidewalk at Evidence. She breaks gentle and uneven like dawn over Malibu, ginger and warm inside the refuge of his muscle. Sentimental doesn't become her, but this new love. New as this earnest ache she has buried back of closet like a dress purchased on sale but was never her size, with tags still attached. This fresh and new love, pliable, present, persistent as light and darkness, persistent as the resistance inside her bone, has made her vocabulary consider surrender, absolute, made her confess to her mother that she no longer desires to live as a wolf, howling in her sleep. She secretly wishes his brownness next to her at 3 a.m., holding his arms' thickness when the despair of the familiar pulls her hair like an angry lover. Her marble eyes glaze, lips pursed like an intersection, anxious to finally give way to exhale, give in to the tide, relentless in its call, inside her throat, blood. But this new love is uncomfortable, too genuine, too whole to wear every day in front of friends and the world, too uncomfortable to taste as sweet as dried bananas. So she pushes this love to the dirt, desperate to wash it out of her skin, out of her memory with denials. She speaks at a past of insufficient lovers. But this love, this new love is too uncomfortable, too genuine, too whole to swallow like a kiss and consider surrender. But lavender airport lights and a longing more solid than the concrete sidewalks made for temporary goodbyes has made her finally realize, even inside the greatest fear, that she doesn't have the want inside of her hand to undress the safe of this love. Cuban shower. How many of you ever been to Cuba? Cuban shower. Whew, it was rough. The spigot laughs from the wall above my head. Not even my nakedness warms her. Nothing makes her hot. Her mouth open, shocks, brain, skin brace my body like a conquistador crossing the Atlantic for the first time. Cold showers in Cuba. Waiting for a hero. I'm fascinated by the revolution in Cuba. It really fascinates me. And I've done a lot of studying about Camilo Cienfuegos. And the rumor is that the only reason he got on the boat was because he was so skinny. And he found that he was so dope. Camilo still crashes daily into the Malacone's cement shoulders, like the angry and thick waves of a forgotten hurricane season. In death, he is an overripe coconut, chasing phantoms from the Gulf of Mexico unto the broken pavement of Primero Anillo La Habana. There are no rooms accessible to him at Hotel National, even though his 59 Buick is still parked in the packed traffic circle out front. This island people still cry for him, like the Santeras cigar smoke, circling the dark indigenous ritual seated out front of Plaza de Cathedral. Hear him calling out to Fidel for salvation in the colonial zone. Camagüey, oh Camagüey. His voice recoiling like an echo off the beige stucco buildings as you walk cobblestone near Bodequita del Medio. Propaganda. Propaganda is the same color as grievances shelled in Havana's panaderias. Long lines of morning conversations. They never have adequate supply for those whose diet is indigestible. Undersized school uniforms hide confessions of potential comrades from the Sunday Mass. But the Pope will still visit familiar landmarks, prostrate himself in the foam of pristine beaches in order to give holy sacrament. The cup is no longer filled with wine, but 7-year rum, 70 times 7, no longer means forgiveness. And there is no salvation preached on the steps of the National Cathedral. The message of priests is always obedience, as long as Rome gets her cut of the people's suffering. And the students are so much younger than the Crusades before. They love the party line, as long as it's hip-hop. They make too much noise in museums, designed for free education and progress. Isn't that what they died for? Improve the human condition? Why haven't they found Camilo's body? Did he hear something? Face first in the sea. Everyone must be willing to die for the struggle, even if it is the message that kills them. After the expulsion, time is a knot tied around the pinky finger of Jehovah, a finger infected with rainbow. Time is a stage play, off-Broadway, in 3 acts, a parade reversing its field, rewinding into Eden. No more family discounts. Eden has never been so distant. Not since Yahweh expelled Adam, him and that woman, his once apple. Her mouth so red with companionship, with temptation, left him without a promise, left him with sons, nursed with jealousy. He still craves her, like he does breathing, still wants her presence more than he does his creator. Now he is searching for another God that can create him a new rib. Washing the blood from your hands. She cheated on me without my permission, committing violence in a way Manson only imagined. When he visited the Lobiancos, she even asked for my assistance, wanted me to inflict my own wounds, cut myself deeper with the sincerity of lies. No blinking, change, or facial expression polygraph couldn't detect her deception. Body temperature at Antarctica levels. She is Novocaine, compassion and mercy escaping the prison of her lips like coup d'etat refugees. She has done her grieving, worn her best black. It is me, dumbfounded, unaware that she has died on our Calvary. No more resurrection. She has a new disciple, hiding prayers between her thighs. She wants to grant them, like she saved me in 2007, because she is already gone, left the gravesite, poured the dirt, buried what was once us beneath the bones of her new Messiah. I'm going to read one more poem and sit down. Thank you guys for your time. The last flame. I am bronze kindling inside the boundary of her camp. She licks like smoke between bristle and bone. Even the hard timber of elbows and knees lapping the underbelly of my body. Weather-worn and indigo woman tastes more like sun upon my tongue. Open-faced furnace glows like 10,000 years. Her eyes dilate like summer. When she ignites, all meat is incendiary, combustible, spontaneous. But she don't leave me as ember, a charred residue, abandoned as memory. She consumed me live like a desert bush. Thank you.